Let me turn to New Hampshire, where things are going to be very exciting. The first full-fledged primary, the first state in the country to have a primary. Iowa, of course, was only a caucus. And I think what we're going to see here is that the press is going to do its best to build up Nikki Haley. Already, Nikki Haley is saying it's a two-person race, which seems a little odd to me, a little disingenuous. In fact, when I first saw it, I was like, who are the two? Does she mean Trump and Biden? Are they the two people? Does she mean her and Trump? There are the two left. How can you say that when you essentially tied with DeSantis, where Trump's at 50, you're at 20, DeSantis is at 20. So how can it be what rational person would look at those numbers and go, oh yeah, it's a two-person race, Nikki, you and Trump? Or do you mean Nikki Haley and DeSantis? I don't know. It was just downright baffling. And yet it was said with a certain giddy confidence that tells me that Nikki Haley is in a bubble of strategists and supporters and maybe donors. One of the things that I think makes people intoxicated politically is money. And there is a donor class on the right. This is a very interesting problem we're dealing with because a lot of our local Republican parties don't have a lot of money. The donor class is kind of squeezing them. And this is true in swing states where money is very important. And the donor, it's almost like the donor class wants to call the shots about who's going to lead the Republican Party. And their choice is going to be someone more like Nikki Haley. And yet, I think they've now realized, and Iowa only cements this conviction, that the base, the heart of the Republican Party is more on the Trump side. So this creates an interesting disconnect between the donor class and the voters. And it's going to be illuminating to see which way New Hampshire goes. New Hampshire is not kind of naturally a good state for Trump, but it's not naturally a good state for DeSantis either. In fact,